as I said, it's an exciting time for us. We're not just moving our hut, and that's been a bit of a misconception over the last few years about moving the location of Bournemouth BLGC to another location. We've got an opportunity to build a centre of a world-class beachfront training facility, not just for life-saving. Life-saving prominent, that's what we do. There's lots of other clubs that are involved. Have a little think about the clubs that use it at the moment. Zoom Triathlon Club, they use it as a base on Saturday morning, doing their swimming and running. You've got the cross-channel swimmers that use it as a bit of a base. Someone's made a cup of tea if you like, and they've got out to sea after being in there for 6 hours, rather than me. You've got scouts, you've got guides, you've got other uniformed organisations. Anybody that runs an event, a sport, that could use that building, this building, as a base is welcome, because the facility allows it to be diverse. It can do anything it likes, whether it's water-based or land-based, it doesn't matter. Business-based, meeting rooms. And that's just a snippet of the potential. The location, I can't think of a better location. It's the premier beach on the south coast. Like they might argue a bit down Cornwall, but it's a premier location, easily accessed by road, by rail, by air, by sea. So anybody can get to Bournemouth. You try and do some facility like this in Cornwall, not quite so easy to get to. Yeah, the logistics of getting to Cornwall, in and out. Now, benefits of Bournemouth: accommodation, vast, goes from B&B to 5-star Hilton, anything you like and in between, lots of it. You're probably wondering why I'm going on this track at the moment, and I can just about read from here. I see it as a centre for competition. I see it as a centre for excellence training, for clubs to use, for competitions to be run from. Last year, or the year before, we had the SLS IRB Championships down at Branksome. Great event. Branksome did really well with it. Didn't really have the infrastructure behind, but it worked. With this built, we run out of this. Dead easy. Got a nice big ops room, communications, speakers, tannoy, everything you need to run a big event is in one place. And that's just SLS. RLSS, which I know are represented by these lovely ladies, it becomes a south coast training facility away from Worcester. It's another hub where they can come and run training courses on anything, any training course you want to run. Big room, the training room at the moment on that plan is about 15 by 8 metres. So 120 odd metres of space to hold seminars, training, meetings on the south coast. Competition-wise, regional, that's pretty straightforward. National, a little bit more involved, but again, you've got the network to get everyone down here. Side of grandeur. International, why not? Why shouldn't Bournemouth be an international destination for competition? I think this facility will encourage people to come here and go, actually, we can use that, that works. It's not a temporary building on the side of a cliff on the beachfront. It's a purpose-built, identifiable centre space. I said before, we're not just moving our hut. As a club, we couldn't afford to sustain that building annually. The bills would be too expensive. As a shared space, it's used by many, be it with investors to get things moving, ongoing investors, people using it, gifts, charitable gifts, that sort of thing. I think it's got life. Without it, it won't get going. But it's exploring any potential partner that would want to get involved in any way is where we're at the club at the moment. Whether that's RLSS, SLS, ILS, RNLI, Swim Safe, Zoom, it doesn't matter who, and that's just in the sporting world, Sport UK, Sport GB, everybody needs to be aware that this is going to potentially happen, and we want you to be part of it and share with us. I know historically there were some issues with the RNI coming in and taking over and things. Well, forget that. Time's moved on. Contracts get in place. They won't take over. If they want to use the yacht room from Monday to Friday between 9 and 5, go on then, because I'm at work. And that's just one small element of the whole building. But we need this shared togetherness to make the whole thing happen. 4 kitchen facilities. Everything you could possibly want in there is there to use. It's just about making it happen as a team of people, not just as an I. You know, I can't do this. We can do this. I can't. It's a social venue. Obviously, there'd be restrictions from the council on licences and stuff, but social events in the summer, I can't think of anywhere better to see and watch the air show from than a balcony up to Joseph Stair for you to sit and just watch the world go by. It's a business opportunity. We need to get businesses involved. We've got people talking to BAE systems, we've got people talking to LV potentially, and it's all very early days because we only applied for planning a month ago, 6 weeks ago. So the drawings were ready, went to planning, so on and so forth. You try to sell an idea to a big company and say, we're going to build this-ish, got any money? They just laugh at you. Once we've got planning, you go back and say, well, you've got planning for this now. Do you want to be a part of it? Do you want to have exposure on the south coast? Premier position, prime location, an association with. And I think you'll see the snowball effect. At the moment, COVID seems to be taking over the whole world, which, rightly so. There will be a time after COVID when people want to get out and do stuff safely and practically and easily. This is a nice venue for them to come and do that at. I've missed a couple of people out at the moment. Other life-saving clubs, we have Woking come down twice a year. Yes. Well, at least once, sometimes twice a year. They come down and they use the facility because it gives them an opportunity to come and train in the sea, which they don't get in Woking. Don't know where Woking is, it's inland. There's lots of other clubs like that around the country, they don't get the opportunity to do it. If you said, come down for the weekend, there you go, kit's there to use. I think you'd suddenly open up this opportunity for a more diverse training for them than they currently get. And rather than being pool-based, they get a bit of sea experience and boards and so on and so forth. We've got a boat side, the IRBs. I think we've got 8 boats on the right bed.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
8 or 9 boats at the moment that we've managed to get through grants and support and everything else, and engines and kit. So we've got a lot of kit there that can be used under guidance, under training, tutorial from people we've got within the club that are happy to share that with other clubs, if you like, to get the whole thing going. I hope you can see the potential and share our excitement with the opportunity. And it's just sort of creating another reason to come to Bournemouth. You know, if you're thinking, well, Bournemouth Club, what have they got? It's building. Give us a call, come on down. I just see it as a perfect venue, really, rather than just a club. That's the vision of Life After Durley. It's basically a concrete, prefabricated slab structure. Can't remember the exact sizes of it. Very old, been there for forever. It's got beach huts on the top at the moment, which are going to not be used for the coming season. In fact, got a guest at the back who used to have one. He hasn't got it anymore. So ground floor is very much kit storage, garages, wash down area. Where are we now? This one. Which is all this area here. What's this there? Along this side you have his and hers changing room, which is something we haven't had for the last 50 odd years. It's just been everyone getting their change, which back then was okay, I guess.
Times have changed a bit.
Times have changed a bit now. Yeah, and safeguarding and such like anything else. So their change rooms have toilets within, wash facilities, showers, completely segregated. Coming up to a joint area here out the front, outside the huts, the garage side. Disabled toilets and normal toilets on the outside, which is a condition from the council to supply toilets for the public at that point. So there will be a amount of money coming from the council for developing that section. Money within the
Will
bill.
the council maintain those toilets?
Yes, they're nothing to do with us. All we've got is a wall that goes onto the back of them. The cliffs are here. All zigzag steps. All steps going down this way, down the side. As you come round to this end. Main entrance in this end. Into a reception area. Management desk and such like. Booking. I suppose like a small centre type. Very, very small. They would come in here. Changing downstairs. All wet. Stairs upstairs. Want to try and keep upstairs dry. The plan is you've got wet and you've got dry. So you don't go upstairs and you wet suit. Come upstairs. We're now upstairs. Here. On the front left hand corner, so over the reception, we call it an operations room. We're going to look at room, operations room, call it what you like. It's just where someone sit and view and run events from. So it'll be completely glazed. Full view of the bay pretty much, from end to end. So that's at the front. Come behind it, you've got some storerooms, toilets. From there to there is the training meeting room staying, so that's 15 metres by 8 roughly, training space.
Is it going to be sort of multifunctional and you have the ability to divide it up if required, etc.?
Yeah. Yeah, you can put a screen across or whatever, so you can go that half of this half or whatever. On the front of that, so looking out over the bay, there's all your bifold doors and such like going right along the front. Again, they will be sorted and storm weather and everything else. So that can all open up and create space onto the balcony area, which is just in front of that. So you'll be open space then, supported for summertime, when the sun shines. On the end of that, kitchen, fully functioning, fully working kitchen, so you can do refreshments and catering to a level. Then you've got another storeroom at the back, but who knows what that will become. I'm guessing that would be, from our point of view, it would be your dry side training aids, some mannequins and such like, along in here. You'll see the 3 garage doors down the bottom there, the 2 garage doors, which is pretty much as it is now.
Got a picture as it is now if anyone wants to see it.
Down here, the 2 garage doors going in, so it's all roller shutters and stuff.
Where's the slipway from there?
Slipway. Across the pond, straight down the steps. As you come off from Joseph steps, you've got a shower unit just on the right hand side. So one little curve on the pond, showers, sort of to the left of that really. It's especially the same as Durley Road, isn't it, I think?
Yeah.
Give or take, not a lot of difference with the peak, so it still works, fortunately. We've got use of the space in front, but it's not our space. We thought we were going to get the space in front of as it stands at the moment, for cleaning down boats and such like. They won't give us that, that's a public space. However, you just sort of take it over really.